Hey, do you want to learn why I love Pinterest to advertise low content books and other things? Well, I have why I love Pinterest and 7 tips for you, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is Ashley with Publish with Ashley, and I know I haven't been around for a while. I've been sick, but I am feeling much better now, and I wanted to share with you a little bit about advertising and Pinterest. And if you want to learn about low content books and all things how to make money online, then please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Pinterest and why I think it is a really great platform. Okay, so why Pinterest? Why is this good for advertising? Well, I don't even have this on here, but it's free, so that's a really good reason. But let's look at some of the other benefits. Let's look at the first one. This is really awesome. 93 to 95% of pinners use Pinterest to plan their purchases. Okay, and 40% of Pinterest pinners have a household income of 100,000. Okay, so there's people with some money looking on Pinterest, using Pinterest to plan things. I do it all the time. I have a ton of pins where I'm in my new office, which is still a work in progress, but I pinned like all sorts of things so I could get, new bookcases and furniture and, things I need for my new house. So I am that demographic, and I know that people like me exist, and there's a lot of them apparently. Okay, Pinterest drives 3.8% more sales than other platforms. That's just kind of a statistic that I look through a lot of sites to kind of find out, because Pinterest, the nice thing about Pinterest, it goes directly to like your pins, to where your things are. It doesn't have to go through things. You can actually link to your website, to your product, to a picture, that sort of thing, directly from Pinterest. Okay, 87% of pinners have purchased a product just because of Pinterest. Okay, I know you maybe purchase things because of Facebook. Well, I purchased a lot of things because of Pinterest. Random stats, 1 in 5 US women use Pinterest. That's pretty significant when you think about that. That's a lot of women in the US using Pinterest. It also tells you a little bit about the demographics. There are more women on Pinterest than men, but that's changing. They are getting more men, but generally a female audience, and females tend to be the purchasers of the household and planners of purchasing. So Pinterest is a great way to get in front of those people who are purchasing. Okay, it does drive a lot of traffic, which is great. Pins get you more inbound links to your website or whatever you want. They actually have links. Like a lot of other platforms, you can't actually link to your product. You can on Pinterest. The user engagement on Pinterest is really, really high, right? There's people planning purchases, so when they put it on their board, they may want to actually put it on boards because they're planning on purchasing it. And they have a lot of engagement. People like to like the things, people like to share. Pinterest is a very easy and versatile platform. Okay, so you can see why I like it, and like I said, it is free. Now, here are my 7 Pinterest tips. Okay, try to pin or repin something every day, okay? You really, like tip number 2, Pinterest really likes consistency. So consistency is very important. Now, something about Pinterest you can do, because consistency is important, you can schedule your pins. So you can take, if you have 30 or 40 pins, you can schedule them to pin a few each day. All right, number 3, this is a big one that I think people don't necessarily focus on, but you want to focus on your audience's interest for your pins, whether that's your pins or repins. Pinterest looks at what types of things you're pinning and tries to push. If you have like a collection of these for a certain audience, it tries to push it towards that audience. So what I mean by audience is think a little bit broader than, person who wants to buy a hiking book, okay? Think of hikers, people who are outdoors enthusiasts, things like that. So those people are going to like not just your hiking book, but they're going to like, best hiking trails in Yellowstone, or ways to vacation with a family, or best hikes in the US. Like there's a lot of things around that genre that they're going to be of interest in. And so you want to appeal to not just like your specific product, but the audience. Like what are your audience's interest? So when you're looking at things you want to pin or repin, think of like what types of things does that type of person who would buy like a hiking book like? Okay, not just the hiking book, but what else type of things would they like? And you can also create books around that audience. You don't just have to create one book, you can create several. All right, the other thing is number 4 is start 30 to 60 days out to get traction. It does take some time. You can get traction actually from your pins right away, but in general, 30 to 60 days is a good time to get traction. So if you're looking to get traction for Christmas, you need to start thinking about getting your products ready, getting them out on Amazon, and then you want to start pinning at least 30 days before, right? And actually, buying season starts in November, so October is good when you're going to really want to start doing your pinning. Okay, the other thing is no more than 40 pins a day. That sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. You don't necessarily, Pinterest likes active and engaged people on Pinterest using pins, repinning, that sort of thing. But more than 40 is just flooding the market and you're not doing yourself any good. So 10 is actually a perfectly good number. Now, the other thing, number 6, is tall and thin pins display best on Pinterest because phones, right? Phones have that kind of tall and thin look, so that does display best and it catches the user's eye. So that's like 2 to 3 ratio, 1,000 pixels by 1,500 pixels. You can use canva.com. They have great free resources for you. Try video pins, canva.com or PowerPoint. They also can help you create video pins. Video pins are pretty popular, so you can definitely do that. And you've just got to be a little bit creative. Your video pin could literally be a flip through that you can create through Canva or PowerPoint, kind of like a slideshow flipping through your book, or you could literally video yourself if you have a copy of your book flipping through your book, okay? There's a lot of ways to create videos. You can even just create like a moving video with your book flying in and dropping on the page and then words saying, do you love to hike? Then this book is for you, something like that, right? You can create all sorts of things that highlight and capture audiences' attention, right? Videos, movement catch attention when people are scrolling, so they're going to stop and look. Okay, so video pins can be really great. Okay, now one last thing. I wanted to talk about a course I'm taking. I'm taking Erica Stone's Pinning for Profit. I actually took her Pinterest, I think it was like Pinterest Mania a few years ago. Erica Stone is phenomenal. She does the best courses, and the great thing about her courses is it's so step by step. So if you know nothing about Pinterest, nothing, she will walk you through as if you had no clue, no idea, you barely touched a computer before, okay? She does a fantastic job of walking you through step by step, and her course it's a 12-week course. You get lessons delivered every few days to your inbox, and so it's in bite-sized chunks. You could, I've missed a few lessons and then I've caught up, but you can just do them if you want, like do one and then she sends you another email a few days later, you can do the next, and it's nice because she really walks you through everything and explains it so simply. So I'm actually taking this course. I'm really excited about it because I took her last course and it was fantastic. I have a link and I'll put it in the show notes, and this is actually a fairly pricey item. So it's on sale, 15% off until the 4th of August. I'm interested. I know this is a higher priced item, but it is very step by step. She's amazing as a teacher, really, really cares. You get her in our Facebook group. You can ask her questions. She'll do video calls with you. She's amazing. Okay. But I know this is a higher priced item. So my bonus for you guys is if you buy it through my link, I'm going to do a 45-minute one-on-one session, and we can talk about Pinterest. We can talk about your strategy. We can talk about your books, whatever kind of interests you. We can talk about, and I can kind of help you and guide you and give you some thoughts and comments or that sort of thing. So that, I know this is like a higher price thing, but I think you also get a pretty cool bonus from me with a high priced one-on-one time with me to help you. So I'm really excited about this course. If you guys just want Pinterest tips, I'm going to start doing some more Pinterest tips, maybe show you kind of what I'm doing with my pins and stuff like that. So, stay tuned to my YouTube channel and I'll share more with you about Pinterest, but I think Erica's course is amazing and I'm super excited about it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.